Welcome everybody. Go Khaldor, take it away. That's all I had to say.
Well, basically we're just trying to skip the introduction, but guys, we're basically now here 2 days before you...
No,
One
actually 1 day,
it's
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Yes.
So right now it's Sunday morning, and Mana and myself have just discovered a little bit of a new cafe that actually looks like really, really awesome.
Wait, really? I'll try mine as well. I have like standard cafe, something like this. It's fucking hot, I'm sorry. Holy crap. Ouch. Okay.
Yeah, burn your hands.
Okay, that was fine.
Great idea.
Thank you.
Before we start with the Up&Down group tomorrow, let's talk a little bit about the Up&Down matches that you played. You said before that you were really practicing a lot, and did you expect to pass the group? Was that, I mean, you said it before that you are quite confident of actually doing it, but when you were at the studio and when you were starting to play, did you really think that at the end of the day you would be one of the players that would go to Codes?
I was thinking a lot about it, and every day when I was going to sleep I was imagining that I'm actually passing to Codes. And well, I think the imagination power is so powerful that it actually happens. So yes, I was thinking that I could go that, but I was really nervous in the studio, and well, I was playing really shaky. But yeah, luckily I did it.
How nervous are you actually? I mean, we always talk about that people are nervous in the booth, that they might affect their play. Can you give us an example of what happened during games that really was influenced because you were so nervous? Or how it affects you in detail?
Well, in the game versus Keen and versus Hyun, we both had some kind of base race situation when they dropped my main and well, they keep hold my main. And in this situation, my hands were so shaky that I couldn't make pylons or gauge race. You said about making
yeah,
pylons.
Yeah, exactly. You were pretty supply blocked on Taeja, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, that's what the nervousness made.
Okay.
And well, that's mostly it, yeah. And well, a little bit shaky start, maybe force heal, something like this. But nervous is sometimes makes me play better, but sometimes worse. It's just some kind of situation. It just depends.
What was the hardest game that you played in the Up&Downs? And Bomber doesn't count. Well, he had a one base advantage the entire game that you didn't start.
Yeah,
so let's talk about the game against Keen against Hyun. Which one was harder for you to play?
I don't know. I think Hyun, because I was afraid he would eventually switch to Infestors, but he didn't, and he dropped on my army and well.
That was so funny. I'm not quite sure if we actually mentioned in the last video.
You did.
I did?
I mean, not in the last video, but
yeah, I think during the past.
Yes.
Exactly. It was so funny because Man and I were talking about this the entire time, that one of the things that Zergs these days do is just try to drop on the Protoss army, and he's like, I don't know what the problem is. I love it when they do that because I can just fucking kill everything.
Yes.
And then I had to laugh so hard when he actually tried to do that against you. I was like, yes.
But yeah, that's a perfect decision for me, because we were like in the choke on the Antigua, and just he couldn't drop because my army was so big that he couldn't drop on it, so he had to drop like either on the front or in the back of my army, and it didn't make any sense, and he still did it. And I had like around 5 immortals over there, so they were just shooting immediately and they killed everything before he actually dropped everything, so it's perfectly fine for me.
During the matches, or just also at the end, how important was it for you to have your brother there? He probably only trolled you, didn't
he was like, when I finished the game, he was like coming to the booth, he was like, hi. That's it, he didn't say anything about the games, only versus Bomber. He said like, he had the first CZ, I was like, what? And yeah, that was the only thing where he like helped me.
Okay. So basically the troll mode on.
Yeah, it's troll mode completely.
The Sraka brothers on fire again. That's, by the way, the first word that I got taught in Polish, Sraka. I'm not gonna translate it or anything, but the Polish viewers will definitely know what I mean. These two, him and his brother, are actually the biggest trolls that I've ever seen in my entire life. I've seen your series like once since you came here. Maybe twice.
Maybe twice.
Yeah,
Twice.
Yeah, they troll the entire time and they talk so much bullshit. It's actually ingenious. I mean, they're worse than Aniwa, and that means something.
Worse, come on. That's not possible.
Talking about your Codes group, when you actually saw the group, what did you think? I know what you said, but what did you think?
Well, I was happy that I had 3 Terrans. It's just only one matchup to practice. It's my best matchup, I think easiest to learn for me. So I've been practicing a lot.
But how did that go actually? In the last video you said that the matchup against Hyun was your best in the past, but before you went into the Up&Down groups you felt a little bit shaky in it. Did that change again?
I mean, I learned a lot during the practice now, so that's what I'm about to say. Like, my PvT was best before, then I came to Korea, I got raped by Korean Terran because they do everything completely, let's say, perfect. There's not much mistakes they do. They're very aggressive, and so whenever I was greedy, they just punished me for that so easily. And now, as I've been practicing a lot, I just learned my mistakes. I knew a new situation, so I just learned a lot about my PvT, and I knew that I made a lot of mistakes previously, and still I was winning with my PvT. So I don't know what was wrong with previous Terrans. So now I feel confident in my PvT, but I can still a lot of mistakes that I need to fix.
Who do you think is going to be your toughest opponent?
Everyone.
Everyone.
Everyone. There's no
exception?
No exception.
Would you have preferred to play different races?
If they were Zergs or no, I think only Terran is good. I like it, especially that the others have to practice TVT instead of other matchups, so they will completely focus on the TVT, a little bit on TVP, but mostly on TVT, I guess.
How hard is it for you right now to find actually training partners and to train effectively in Korea? Do you feel that ladder games help you as well, or is it really only the custom games that gain you something?
I think I played a lot of custom games recently, and they helped me way more than ladder games. On other games you don't know who you're playing against, you know, cold bars everywhere, and you don't know what to expect. And in Codes or in every tournament you know who are you playing against, so it's easier to play. And well, I've been playing a lot with Marine King, Bian, Maru Prime, Tree, and some other Terrans that Slot helped me to play with me, so I'm really thankful for them to help me. And yes, custom games help a lot actually.
Talking about the group now tomorrow, do you think that you will be able to surpass enough issues, or is that once again a problem for you?
Definitely a problem. I will try to calm down. It's a best of 3, so it's easier to calm down during the series, because the first game will be the most nervous one, I think. And well, I hope it will not affect my gameplay that much, but I will be nervous anyway. That's just normal, I think.
Is that always an issue for you when you go to a tournament, or is it right now only because you're new to Korea, you're new to playing at the GSL, and do you think that will pass, for example, in the next stage of Code S, or if you lose in Code A or whatever happens, that you will, over time, just being able to get used to it?
It was an issue in the other events previously, but I got just used to it. And here it's because it's like the best tournament in the world. I mean, the most important one, Codes, is the hardest tournament, I think. And well, I'm new in Korea, as you said, and well, I just want to prove people that I'm worth something, and I want to prove myself that I'm actually able to win versus place, and that I can prepare and actually win something.
Okay, you have the first match tomorrow against Taeja,
Yes.
and then you're obviously facing either MVP or MMA. Who would you rather face of the two of them?
Maybe MMA, because he's less tricky than MVP. MVP does a lot of cheeses. I'm not really good against it, I would say. I think MVP is the player who can prepare some kind of cheese that I'm completely not prepared for. So I would rather face MMA, I think.
What do you think are your chances of advancing tomorrow? I mean, when people saw the group, everyone was talking about the group of death, and there are so many strong players now in Codes that it seems really a little bit crazy that you are up against 3 actually of the best Terrans in the world right now. A lot of the other groups are a little bit easier, so what do you think are your chances of actually getting out of the group?
Well, everyone in my group deserves the next stage of Codes, that's for sure. Maybe not. Maybe I don't deserve that much as the others, because they're...
And there he is again, selling himself short.
Come on. I don't know, my chances... it's really hard to say, it depends on the day. Sometimes I can play really good, sometimes I can play bad. I don't know, I can't say anything about it.
If you think about the Code S just in general, let's just talk a little bit about Naniwa's group actually. I mean, he's the other foreigner who plays in... You're actually shared training partners right now, because he has to practice for Terrans as well. So what do you think are his chances of getting out of the group? He's in the group with Hart, with Sniper, and Squirtle.
I think he will advance as the second one. First one will be Squirtle. Definitely, well, I don't think anyone can stop him, even though it's Sniper and Hart, they are of course good players anyway. But Squirtle is the best in this group for sure. I didn't see much of games of Naniwa, I didn't see him play, but just thinking about it, I think he should advance along with Squirtle.
Well, basically guys, we want to keep the show today, so do you have anything to say to your Polish fans? And you can use Polish.
I don't know what to say. No po prostu dalej wspierajcie mnie przede wszystkim, no to dużo pomaga. Pozdrowienia tam, gdzie mają być pozdrowienia. Ta strona internetowa dobrze wie, o której mówię. I co tu dużo mówić, Łysy siedzi obok mnie i to wszystko. No to trzymajcie się, dziękuję bardzo. That's it.
Okay, awesome. So guys, well, we'll definitely keep you posted after the game. We'll do another video. But for now, good luck for tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
I hope that we see you in the next round of quiz.
I hope so as well.